Howdy. Today we're going to look at ways to throw shots to your opponent's arm. I'm Glenn, and this is Kiara, and she's going to hit a lot for gratification.
We're going to go through 10 ways to hit someone in the arm, right? And there's more than 10, but these are a good 10 starting points, right? You should have at least these 10 shots in your repertoire. I'm throwing these left-handed instead of right-handed, but you can throw them with either hand and work in the direction. The first one is an outside chop, right? It starts as a straight chop, and then when you get to about here, you roll your wrist from palm out to palm down. And notice what that did to my sword. As soon as my wrist rotates, it brings my sword in. So, Catherine here is in her standard guard. Catherine here is in her standard guard. Straight down, and roll. Just hit her again. You got a nice slap. Probably heard that. One more time for Catherine. Right? It's quick. You don't want to end here, right? I'm ending here for demonstration purposes. What I would do with this shot is I would throw. Notice where my sword ends up. It's the inside lane now. When I come back to guard, I get the inside lane. If she riposts on that, right, I go whack down. I missed her because she's getting tired of getting hit already, right? And then she throws. I'm already coming back to that guard for that guard, and I've got her in the outside lane, so I can block her out and now I can chop the inside. So returning, right, finishing that shot, you don't just go come back, I'm relaxing. That's what I'm doing. I'm just kind of relaxing my wrist a little bit, sliding back, pushing back with my foot, and that brings that tip to the inside. And now when I come back to guard, I'm covering the primary return. So let's rotate here in the position. I'm going to come down with a straight chop, and then I'm going to rotate in the wrist. One more time for Catherine. Now, Catherine's in what's the standard guard. We're also going to show you shots when what the ropes are doing, right? This higher guard. We're cutting off the upper angles. So go ahead and get your higher guard, Catherine. Shot still works, right? I bring my head a little bit farther out, so your guard's a little better here, but I can still throw that same shot. Come down here, rotate that wrist. My hand comes out a little bit, gives me that angle. So here it comes again, right? Bam. And there's the finished motion. So this time I finish the motion, my sword's to the inside, as I rock back, my sword naturally comes back to guard to block his primary return. Alright, that's the first one. Next shot we have is a loop to the shoulder. What this takes advantage of doing is do a lot of block trick. I'll do a block trick, will block aggressively, because like if Catherine throws to the outside, I block aggressively, because that opens up the inside lane so I can strike back. So a lot of block strikers are going to be blocking forward, be blocking aggressively. You can abuse that. If I throw this shot, I'm not actually going to throw at Catherine, right? I'm going to throw to miss. I'm going to throw close enough that it looks like she needs to come out and block it. So I'm going to throw here, right? And block it. Then what I do is I rotate, right? Notice I'm sinking a little bit in my stance. And I'm going to rotate, bring my elbow, it's currently pointing this way. My elbow is going to come in, and that brings my sword tip around, and I'm going to backhand her here, right? So that's where the shot ends up. So it shows the speed, right? And I've just ended up with the backhand. Bam, right? You return to guard for this, you simply come back, rotate that hand back up, because the probable return is you can chop to your arm again, right? You've taken the inside lane, they're going to want to throw to the outside. So now I'll do it with Catherine throwing the return, right? Whether she gets hit or not, she'll just slump. In position for that return. So let's rotate again, throw to the outside. I'm not throwing to hit her, I'm throwing to just scare her a little bit, right? So she comes out to block it. If she blocks it, it screws up the whole motion, right? So, ready? And now Catherine throws her post. Back to your guard. Catherine throws her post. Right, I'm in their position to block. If Catherine has the high guard, right, this still works because her tip's going to come out and give you that inside lane when she does the block. She's going to post up a little bit when she goes to that block. So, notice I sank in more here. I didn't bend at the waist, I hope, because that's wrong. I bent at the knee. Catherine moves to the side. You can see my knee is bent. I ended up here. I didn't end up here. This hit me in the shoulder. I ended up here. So that's where we're ending up, right? And to return to guard, simply push back this knee. Notice my knee never went past my toe. Push back, bring that hand up to rotate from palm up to palm down again. And now I'm back in my guard for that inevitable return. Next, a standard wrap. In fact, it's a very, very basic wrap because it's on a flat line. If Catherine holds her sword out like this, my shot should go up without ever hitting. It should be flat. So what you're doing is you're coming in, Your elbow pit is about 45 degrees up. Your palm is palm over. You come in, rock me a little bit, gets that start of that motion. Your sword comes over to a perfect 90 degrees to the ground, and it's going to stay here. I should slide right under that. Right? The table here, I can knock all the dishes off without missing one. Right? So I'm going to come in, I'm going to rotate. When I get to about 45 degrees, maybe 30, I'm going to start rotating it to palm down. Notice what happens to my sword tip, right? Bam, that palm down motion. Right? I wish I'm not hitting Catherine's point because I'm demonstrating. But what we're going to do is we're going to use this to aim not at her body, but at her arm. Because I don't have to get as close to hit her in the arm. So, down to her guard, throw the shot, and I'm going to throw it, I'm going to come out, I'm going to wrap, bam. Now, if Catherine starts to block this, go ahead and block it out, right? Until now it's no longer touching her, you don't want to try and change the angle because I can't, right? Nothing, right? And now I'm in danger of falling over. What you want to do, let's try that again, right? I'll throw it, hit Catherine, then she'll move out the block until she's no longer hitting it. So I come out, go flat, I hit Catherine hit the block, say her block's here. What I want to do is come forward. If I come forward a little bit, now I'm contacting her again, right? And we'll show that at different angles as well. So, showing this at speed, right? It's this, right? I'm actually really far into this. I can actually throw this further back. I can throw it from here, right? Right there. Notice my sword's ending up, right? Right behind her glove. I'm hitting her. She starts to come out to block. There come out to block. I can push forward a little bit. A little more extension, a little bit, almost too much, we're not quite there yet. But now I've got that even around the block. Right, so here it is, slow motion. I'm going to come out, I'm going to come in, sword comes over, then I'm going to rotate, come on to there. And again, Catherine starts blocking out. I'm just going to, if I slide forward, notice I'm contacting her. And that's the thing. Coming forward to get her on the block. You don't want to try and come out further, get a deeper angle. You just need to come closer. You've already got a huge angle. You've got about a 90-degree angle on this. All right, here's a 90-degree angle. Already a 90-degree angle. I don't need to try and get more angle, I just need to get deeper. At speed. And then go up to your and then come up to your row guard, right? And then we'll throw it one more time. Now I need to go higher or I'm just gonna whiff, right? But it's the same shot. Right? It still lands. If Catherine comes out to block it, Catherine will try to block it, she's trying to get it, right? Still landed. Why? I committed a little bit more. Notice, again, set aside. I'm not way past my knee. I'm not this, right? I was still controlled, I can still come back. The escape from that shot, when I hear, the most likely response is here. I'm not in a good position to get under, because I throw it flat, and I have no downward momentum on a weapon. So I'm gonna come back, and I'm just gonna come to the inside, right? I'm gonna use my knee to press it back and uncoil that knee. And after I throw it here, bring my sword in, right? Move the palm up and keep it high because that blocks that shot. Right? If I throw something else, it'll be slower, I'll have more time to recover. So I'll have to go around my weapon. Next, the bicep stab. The bicep stab is a great shot. A lot of people think they can only pocket stab. They're always looking to get in here, right? They're looking to go, ha. The problem with that, if she has a board or she has a good guard, I'm not gonna get that. That's a pretty deep commit, right? And if she blocks my stab, I'm in trouble, right? The stabs often easy to overcommit on, right? I don't want to necessarily always go for that. However, people have arms. Stab them with their sword arm just as effective as killing them. What you're going to do is you're going to throw a shot. It's very simple. Sword shoots down, rock forward, you're pushing the back leg. Still right here. Right? You're pushing into it, right? It should just be, right? That's going to be slow, it's going to be ineffective, and for those of you who play Dagon Bell, go with it. Right? So what you want to do is you're aiming to stab them right here. Right? The reason why? The elbow pit, right? Their arm will collapse and catch the sword for you so you can get stabbed. Also, it interrupts their shot if you start throwing something when you throw something, their arm goes, and they look retarded, which is funny. So you come in, stab, right? See how that just landed right in there and pushed your arm back? Good, solid stab. I didn't stab her really hard, I'm just demonstrating. You should be able to go, elbow, stab. Right? If they have a kind of the road guard, their arm is out and up, this is a lot harder, right? You're not really going to be able to stab a lot because the angle's not right. If I hit that arm, it's going to skip up, often into their face, which is wrong, right? At this point, you need to throw it from outside, and you're hooking in. Stab for you. Not a great stab when their guard is high. It's a little harder to get that. Let's rotate. This is mainly people that have their guard down here. As soon as that elbow's bent, you should be able to stab them right in. Bam. Right, notice how our arm collapses when I land. The recover from this when I throw that stab, right, is again I have to come to that inside guard. Luckily, I know where their sword is, right? Whether I miss or not, right? I mean, if I miss the body, then they're dead. But if I miss to the outside, the block is still obvious. You stay the inside lane. You don't want to go stab and then come straight back because they're going to hit you. So you want to stab, come back, guarding that inside lane. Oh, the flick up to the bottom of the arm. There's actually two ways to do a shot. So it's actually two separate shots, which will bring us to a total of 11. So there's one bonus shot here. The first one is to simply rotate all the way around like you're playing golf or something, right? You just come down, sword goes back, rotate, dip, which is a whip. The best part about this is they just think you're twirling your sword. It looks like a twirly sword thing. It looks dumb. But it still lands. Bam. Now, if their guard is up high, high guard, maybe, it's a little bit slower because you have to get your sword up higher. There we go. Right? And there's a lot more time to come. Now, a variation of this, the one I like better, it's a little bit harder and it's a lot quicker, and it makes them feel dumber. Right? Because you and your guard, just bring your sword tip down a little bit, right? And then, this is the important part, you have your whole body into it. You sink your knees, kind of like you're pumping something, to be honest. I'll try and find a better way to phrase that. But you basically sink the knees, come forward at the hips, right? Notice what that's doing to my sword already, right? My sword's coming up, and then you lift, not with the wrist, but with the elbow and the wrist at the same time. So it's this motion. When you put it all together, you get this. And then, when you put it in, you can put your hand in the lower guard, right? It's here, right? And you come in kind of low, but I just go, dip. Look at that. Dip. You can hear that. Dip. And notice, just holding your sword, not at the pommel, there's a fair amount of handle there, I'm still coming under, right? Dip. And it's quick. Are you ready? Bam. But fight's over. If they have a high guard, it still works. In fact, I don't dip my sword as much. I can go, oh, high guard. Right? Again, notice I'm not just using just the wrist. If I use just the wrist, it's just this. Dagden might not take that, and you might miss, and it's a little slower, right? If you put your whole body into it, snap, there's a lot of power. Like I'm raising her arm up when I hit it. It's just, dip. She's really choking up, so she should get hit in the arm as much. But I'm still hitting it. All right, if she has the high guard, right, now I'm just dip, dip. I'm exaggerating the movement just a little bit, but not very much. Make sure without the exaggeration, right? All right, Catherine's starting to get there. You're not doing anything fancy other than chop, but you're angling your shot before the chop lands. And not as part of the shot, but you're throwing basically an angled chop. So, Catherine, put your hand out. And you start in range, and you go, yeah, that's it, just this. Right? Notice I've already got this angle. I'm not throwing this, because that's going to hit her hand, right? Which is not going to kill anybody. You're just going, and you do, notice came in, chop. And I sink down a little bit at the knees, the power, bam. And if her hands up higher, she's got the high guard, still works. Right? And again, where do you end up for this? Where you end up for this shot? You go chop, in, right? Bam. Come in back to the inside lane. I don't want to throw to the outside and come back, because then if she blocks it or if she gets tired of getting hit in the arm, I'm probably going to stab at this point. She's getting a little grumpy if I get hit in the arm. Bam. Right? The part is about being in range. I'm already here, right? But I've given it inside lane. A lot of people are fighting for that inside lane anyway, right? Batting your sword, they're knocking away, trying to get inside lane. You're like, fine, you get inside lane, I'm just going to chop your arm off, right? Fine, you get inside lane, chop, right? And now I did it from outside range. Notice I'm further away now, right? I put a little tiny step in to close that range so I can land it. I didn't bend at the waist to land it, that's wrong. I went tiny step. If her hands up, still works. Bam. 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 Angle chop. Very simple. And again, one more thing. The complete shot is bam. Notice it's bam, pull through, come down, come back to the inside lane. The standard wrap, you probably already know this one, so I spent a lot of time on it. It is generally thrown at an angle, palm is 45, and you rotate the palm down. Bam, simple wrap. That's all there is to it. Again, just like the flat pad wraps, the horizontal one we showed you, if you want to get deeper, around the block, just come in, right? I came in deeper, I don't come out front. So Catherine will try and block this one. Still landed. right? I just came in deeper. Notice again though, knee over toe, and go to here, came to here. So it's just this, about a 45-degree angle, and then you rotate the palm down. Bam. Hold guard up. Right. And notice again, I'm just, habit, I'm tipping under. So it's bam. Bam. Back to guard. The straight chop. This will not work against people who have a good default guard because the default guard should block a straight chop. So if Catherine's got her elbow in correctly, if I throw a straight chop, I hit her in the hand. However, anybody sticks your elbow out even a little, right in the arm, right? That's it, bam. You don't have to pull all the way through like I am. I'm being a little lazy now. Here we go, bam. Back to the inside lane again, right? Quick chop. Base requires them to have a mistake in their guard, right? Their elbow drifts out a little bit, and you just go, there you go. And notice her elbow's not at a lot. It looks like it's almost in line, but it's enough. Right. Chop. Chop. You can also attack the inside. This is kind of a reverse of the shot I showed you earlier. Now I'm going to attack inside lane, right? I'm going to go inside. I'm not throwing at the body, but I'm going to roll to a palm up position, right? Go, get to about here, roll the palm up, changes the angle of my sword, and I'm going to hit her in the forearm. There we go. Good. Now there we go. And notice when I hit her, my hand's kind of bouncing away, so I want to make sure I come back to the palm down and get that guard up in case I miss and she chops down, right? And if she starts with something else, I can have time to recover and switch to a different block. It works with hand up as well. Hand up. All right, let's show it from this angle. Let's go from this angle here. No, there. That's like a 45. So they can inside. All right, and hand up fine. And you're just throwing here, all right? And since her sword's at an angle, I'm actually coming at an angle, so straight down. So go straight down. Let's hit her sword, all right? And that's what I did. But you just match the angle of her sword in, not at them. Bam, right there. Hit her in the bicep. Right there. Okay. So that's that shot. Backhand, which is palm up. And this works especially well if you do with high guards or if you're close enough to go for shoulder. And you can do it without opening yourself up. Because if I just go in and go, I'm throwing high, I'm in trouble and my hand position is bad, I have to go all the way to here to get the block. So why not throw the shot with this hand position already, right? So what you're going to do is you're going to just go snap, right? Notice the backhand. I'm not throwing this. I'm throwing a backhand shot. And that puts my hand already in this blocking position, right? If I throw this, my block is here. There's my hand rotating, palm up again. So I can just go snap. But also, if I get a little closer, I can throw the shoulder, bam, right? And again, I'm already using the block. It's quick, right? Because I'm just rotating here. My elbow's coming in, and I'm putting a little sink in to create that power, bam, right? It's not just wrist, it's everything, right? Everything. And that puts that little extra power in it. These shots will pop. The shots have to have a percussive snap. Show you that again. Against that backhand, palms go to here. All right. Notice I'm sinking forward a little bit with knees. Just bam. Notice my hand is above hers. My hand's below hers. Doesn't do me anything. Right. You have to have an angle on the shot. Right. Your sword has to be basically angling down into them over their guard. Right. If her guard is up high, you got the high guard. Right? If I throw it here, I'm not gonna hit anything because my hand's below hers. If I bring my hand above hers, though, look what that changes my angle to. Right. I go back. Just like that. Right. So that is the backhand. One last time. Bam. And again, your block is right here. Where that ends up is your primary block. The primary is to throw here. So let's throw it. Catherine will riposte. Where did she consider it up? Right? In a good position to block. If she goes vigorously, go for a serious try and land one. Right? I just came over. Overblocked a little bit, but the point is I'm in a good position to get that block. And I've got her sword tied off to that side.